After the conclusion of an arduous NFL campaign, players have little time for rest before they start their team's first preseason camp. In Oakland, New Jersey, New England Patriots wide receiver Chris Hogan is already hard at work at Freak Strength, a high-performance center run by coach Mike Guadango. For Hogan, last year's efforts were rewarded with a Super Bowl ring and a Patriots playoff record for receiving yards in a single game.
When I started this whole thing with Mike, and never in a million years would we would have thought in 5 years I'd be playing, in a Super Bowl. And to go in there and win the Super Bowl was just, it was incredible. There's still 5 months really until the season starts, but with Mike, he always wants you to go back in the best condition you can be, whether it's training camp or just the start of an off-season program. He helps us get ready for that.
We're movement based. That's all we care about is quality movement. It's mechanical efficiency, movement efficiency. Does this athlete move well? How can I get them to move better?
The wide receiver is really just trying to beat a man in front of you and get open, create separation. There's a lot of different body types, a lot of different athletes that can play that position. You look at Quincy and you look at me comparably. I mean, he's a big guy and he's able to run very fast, and he uses his size and his speed to his advantage.
I go out there and I'm pretty physical, and so my strength is a big thing. I pride myself in that. Chris is a guy that really uses his speed deceptively. Guys don't always expect it.
For me, it's more of being a little bit quicker. Still using my speed and my size to my advantage, but I think at this level, playing in the NFL, you're able to be really efficient in your route running and catching the football, creating that separation. That's what really separates, the good players from the okay players.
All my speed guys, I treat them like track and field athletes. They're all like 55, 100-meter sprinters. Do they need upper body strength? Absolutely, because they get jammed off the line, shoulders go all the time. But if you can't run, what good are you? The faster you are, the better you are. So everything we do is based around speed.
For the last 5 years, we've really tinkered and tried to figure out what works best for us. We can work on, being a little faster off the line or reaching top speed quicker. That's stuff that we're gonna work on because it's gonna help me in my position and help me, during the season.
What we're doing with Chris, we're gonna work on his sprinting abilities. We're trying to correct his form, go back to square one, back to basics. So lengthen all the muscles, make sure all his connective tissues are all strong. I'm very track and field influenced. I'm trying to coach a flat back, scaps engaged. We want the elbows with a slight bend to them. How are we gonna keep a neutral spine? How are we gonna keep everything in perfect alignment? By getting him more efficient, that'll help with force output, which is gonna help with being explosive. Tread sled is resisted sprint work. It's low impact. We utilize it to enhance their ability to produce and reproduce powerful efforts, all while keeping the heart rate up and keeping it safe. Keep pushing, keep pushing. I mean, you see how he's pushing it. He's not sprinting forward with it as much. I'm keeping it for general movements only to keep his galactic capacity up. The first push off was good. You feel it fade out? So he's gonna be doing some body weight movements. This time of year, he's gotta learn how to move his body all over again. We do exercises in a specific way to target certain energy systems, certain positions that we think that they should achieve, and to strengthen certain connective tissues that will actually be specific to their sport and translate over. So we're constantly working on all the little details. It's a motor re-education.
Mike is just very specific in what he does. When you first come in here, maybe it's a little different than something they've done before. But if you sit there and you buy into what he does and understand that he does so much research, he's constantly learning, constantly improving on himself as a trainer so that he can improve us as an athlete.
He brings a different technique, like everywhere else, they kind of all focus on the same things. He really focuses on the things you really need as a football player.
First things first, we want them to play every game. And then, obviously the big seasons. The NFL, your career doesn't last long. So my job is, how are we gonna get the best out of each year and then the future years? So everything I do with all these guys is all about longevity. How are we gonna get you, not just this year, next year as well?